Reminder, markets are risky. Use trade capital you can afford to lose. Anybody's taking that 62 resistance we suggested, make sure you're paid. Coming into the 52s, and then anything below that is the good fortune. My suggestion, think small. Anytime we get a new low, expect it to snap, and then you're looking for one more shot. We said today 37 and a quarter was target one. Make sure you paid by 42 and a quarter. Anybody took re-entry, get something out of it. We have a trend day, a trend week. We said let's hit some bounces, but expect you're going to get stopped out. Typically on a new low. That confuses a lot of traders, but smart traders take profits and are not afraid of missing. And then on the bounce, they're going to hit it one more time because they've already protected that run that they've got. We'd called 72 resistance, and if you got that trade and came right through this, made the new low, we had talked pre-market 37 and a half next target. Make sure you're paid by that. That was actually the 42s, one metric, and then the 37s. So we said that zone, make sure you are paid first. And reminder, not all your trades are going to work out. As we talked earlier, when you get to an area, if you're a multiple contract player and all you've got is one left, you've got to make decisions. Conservative traders like myself, make sure I'm paid. Catch pieces of the swings. You're not going to get every inch of it. 46 was the original overnight low. My suggestion, tighten up stops. End of the hour coming. Anybody that's had several good trades today, we said we wanted to hit a few bounces. That's played out pretty well. There's a 1 minute chart right now. And this is an RTH chart. Zone right here. First target we said, make sure you can get by 52s, and then down here, if we can get more, almost a 20-point trade. It's a bot trade. Here's our 3 minute chart we've been using. Today we have trap traders, don't think they'll get very far. Key resistance zone 68 to 72s. If they got lucky, they could get up to the 75s, but we thought that would also get hit pretty well. Don't overthink this. If you can get into a trade and make something, take your profits. Usually that's a better way to play than just hold all day long and think it's going to work out. Day like today, by the end of the morning, you want to think that traders are still trapped from yesterday. We can go to any low. So you try to get back into one more time. And then there's going to be one of those trades that does not work. You got to let that one go and try again one more time after you get stopped out. It's a 3 minute chart, and look how far we've come. So my suggestion, for what it's worth, Make sure you get paid, and we're going to think somewhat conservatively today. In this chart, we had said at 75, 72 should be a resistance zone. It still is. And trick in waterfall markets is to try to get in, hit a bounce. You're not going to be exact all the time, but you look for time to get out of the market when there's news, and then you try to go with the flow. If it's coming south side, then we know the targets. We already talked about them. We already see them on another chart. In case this video that I'm doing right now put out for the public, we do have other charts that we don't share. It shows us where our targets are. All right, at 33.5, all stops down. We can go at any low in a day like today. This is the bottom of this box. And that target comes first before that 28.75 target. 28.75 is T2. Note that we're about 90 points off yesterday's high. Anybody that hit this last bounce that we had suggested, 62 resistance, never let this bleed back on you. You want to take home the lion's share of what you put in your pocket, if anything. I never presume you got into a trade. But if you are in this 33.5 area, we know is a significant target. NQ seems to be bouncing back a little bit. And I'm going to assume that bounces are a result of profit taking more than the idea of somebody has to be in the trade. We said today under 46 now. You need that for continuation because that was the overnight low. We get back up above that and get back above 52 and so on, then we're bouncing. And one last look at our 3-minute chart. A beauty. And one last look at our 30-minute chart. That 72 resistance was on the money. So do the math. If you're reasonably good at that, you should figure out that's about a 40-point trade from where we came yesterday. Don't press every last inch. If you're running out of ammo and you've only got like one contract left, then you're going to have to make a decision just the way it is. My suggestion always is make sure you get paid and you can always jump back in. And if you miss it, so what? You've had a great run. You try making this going to work over at Walmart. That prior low area was 38s. And like I said, you don't have to buy low, but you want to think about making sure you're paid. And we can see that we tend to get some snaps from oversold. Doesn't mean the low is in by any means. This market is in a corrective market, as I posted earlier. We had suggested that 29.30 Make sure you're paid if you're long. Everybody's always giddy near tops. We said that was our major next target. And then step by step, we started talking about other ideas, including that 2812 I said is a very big pivot. We got back under that and have stayed under, and we've had another rip-roaring sell-off. And this is a corrective pattern. Lower lows and lower highs. And that's the way a corrective or bear market looks. We also said 26.98 and a quarter. Last year's high idea. If we lose that, we're back in corrective territory into last year's zone. Zeke has made the point, and I have made the point. The year open is 26.75 and a quarter. Under that, we use that today as okay. Let's use 72. You want it short, try it around 72, 2-3 point stop. At 75, I said I thought would be resistance. That's the year open. Today, you're going to miss a nice long side trade. So what? We don't try to guess the bottom in a plunge. Got to stop falling first, and then you get your snaps. And we will have a reasonable snap today. The question is, where does it come from? Keep an eye on time. Said you want to be done, get your trades done early this morning, and go play golf. And that's what I'm going to do. Thank you very much, Mike. You take care.